Welcome to the RS2G podcast, where I motivate, inspire listeners by discussing failures, success, and the journey of a rebirth. If you are someone who wants to hear the honest truth from a host that puts his right hand to God, as I interview people who have built empires and sometimes watched them crumble as their lives have taken an unexpected twists and turns, this podcast is for you. Life is not always easy. And as a combat military veteran, active military for 14 years, I know about sacrifice and facing fears and true loyalty. I can't wait to take you on this rebirth journey with myself and my guests as we discuss life and living with your right hand to God. Boom.
It's a capsule.
Welcome to the RS2G podcast, where we motivate and inspire. And I got some two special guests today, two really good young champs in the city of Tampa Bay representing the influencer world. I have Carlos from 60 Days In, and I have Noah right here. That's a huge YouTuber that's challenging he's changing his situation now to get ready to get on these Misfits cards. But we're going to pick their brain about business and understand who they are. I'm going to let them talk to you guys and introduce themselves real quick. Noah, what's going on, man? How you been, man? I ain't seen you since last year.
That's crazy. It's been a minute, bro.
Right.
I'm doing good, man. Training, cutting weight, getting my six-pack.
You look good. You look good.
Six-pack Noah,
Yeah.
six-pack DK is different.
Okay, what you training for?
A fight.
A fight.
I'm a fighter. You know this.
Okay,
I'm
let
training
the
for
world know
what
you a
I mean?
fighter,
March
okay.
16th. That's where it's at, right?
Okay, March 16th.
Unofficial date.
Unofficial date.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
Unofficial date.
Unofficial date. You know what I mean? That's what I'm training for right now. Make sure, they think I'm doing it to fight, which I am.
Yeah.
I just really want a six-pack, though.
He just really wants a six pack. You hear that?
I've been trying since I was a
Washboard
kid to
abs.
get a six-pack. Fabian knows this. My family, my mom, everybody knows this.
Right.
Six-pack Noah is undefeated. I'm going to stick to that point.
Hey, you hear that, guys? Six pack Noah, and we got Carlos too from 60 Days In, man. Carlos,
going
tell the
on,
world who you are and where you from, man.
Hello, everybody. My name is Carlos. I'm originally from Binghamton, New York, out here in the Tampa Bay area. You guys might know me from the TV show 60 Days In, and I am the current ICB Cruiserweight champion right here. Got the belt with me, and we're gonna get into a lot of things and show you how I changed my life from negative to positive.
Definitely, and that's the kind of information we want to cultivate on these podcasts, because a lot of people get on and they talk about a lot of different subjects, but actually these two gentlemen right here are all stars in their element and businessmen and have a story to tell. I'm a transition back from what I was talking to Noah about fighting. Noah, can you tell us, when did you know that you wanted to become a fighter? What age was that?
The age, I remember all the way to go back from watching Ip Man. It's like this kung fu movie.
Yeah, IP, yeah.
IP, yeah. And I remember watching that, and I was like, yo, that shit looks fire.
Right.
That shit looks fire. I would look really good doing that.
Okay.
But I remember the exact day that I started. I remember that I want to be a fighter. Like, oh, I really like doing this. I remember I started training jiu-jitsu at Gracie Brandon, which is a great gym.
How old were you?
I think I was about 12.
About 12 years old.
13.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was a nerd. I got bullied a lot, you know what I mean? So my mom and my dad, they put me into Gracie Brandon, so I started learning with jiu-jitsu, stuff like that, and I started hitting mitts a little bit. And I think a lot of fighters, when they first do this, their head got big, right? Because I thought I could beat anybody up. Started walking around school, I'm trying to call everybody out. And freshman year of high school comes up, and my brother now, his name's Mercy. That's like my brother now. Shout out to Mercy. I started sparring people that didn't know how to fight. I started beating them up. Everybody, you should spar Mercy. He's a freshman. He's like 205 pounds, has a full beard as a freshman. I'm like,
As a freshman with a full beard,
so it was wild, bro.
That's crazy.
Like, you know how much ass I had to eat to get this beard?
Right.
Like, it was actually wild. But I remember everybody popped out the park. We were gonna spar him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if Fabian was there, but Fabian's in the background. He may have been there. I was confident. You know what I mean? Tell me how we start going. 10 seconds and hit me. Boop. I fall straight to the ground. I'm like, yo.
How did you feel after that hit?
But that was the first time. You remember seeing Anthony Joshua where he got hit and he just couldn't get himself?
Right.
You know what I mean? I definitely needed that. I stood back up and I couldn't even stand straight.
That was the first time you ever got hit that hard?
No, I've been in fights. And I definitely did skip over some stuff here. But this is when I knew, like,
difference.
This was when that fire was lit for me. You know what I mean? That competition. I got hit and I got dropped. I got back up. I'm like, let's keep going. Mercy? Nah, bro. You're good. And I got everybody like, damn, what just happened? The cameras everywhere, you know what I mean? And he stopped it, which luckily he did, because he would have put me down for good there.
Right.
And since then, U.S. Mercy, I took it. I was already taking it a little bit serious. I liked how I looked doing it.
Right.
But that's when the fire got lit, and I just trained every day since then.
What lesson did you learn after that?
Bro,
That
it's
humbleness right there.
You know, there's always going to be a bigger person out there.
There you
There's
go.
always going to be someone better than you. But that's why it's so exciting.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? I'm a big anime fan.
Right.
I don't know if people know what anime is.
Right.
Call me a nerd if not. I like building PCs. I like playing video games. And Goku, one of my favorite characters, he gets so excited. There's always more people to fight.
Right.
And just knowing that even I'm nowhere near the top. I'm still down here. And the top's like somewhere up there. You know what I mean? I can't even see it right now. But even if I get to the top, there's still going to be someone out there. You know what I mean? That's why fighting is so fun to me. You know what I mean?
Always hold yourself on a pedestal, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't ever say that you're down here and you're always up here.
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
are gonna try to knock you down, but you're always gonna hold your head up high, and you're always gonna be there. So don't ever say you're down here trying to get there. You're already there.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
You just need to shine it up.
And look where you at right now too. And just to caveat that situation, man, we're gonna transition that. Carlos, like you a fighter, and I've been watching you for a while, and I watch talent, and I'm not impressed by a lot of people. I'm not. So to have you here and to have you on the show, I'm very impressed with how you handling your situation, because people, you saw my intro. You know, I was military, but before that I was gangbanging. So I know about that life. So I saw that. I know about being in the county jail. I know about, you know what I'm saying, rolling it up and all that situation. But so can you tell the world, when did you want to become a fighter, and what made you turn you into that situation right now? So what age were you?
All right, so I've always liked the sport of boxing.
Okay.
Growing up, you know, I was born in '86 and living in the Bronx and Middletown, New York. Every HBO back then was my dad had it on.
Right.
So I was always interested in the sport. I never had the training, you know, because my dad was always working. My mom was always, you know, being a mom, and my dad was being a dad and doing their thing. So they never put me into training. So my thing was, growing up was street fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I was a street fighter.
Right.
And then coming out here changed that. You know what I'm saying? Because after I got stabbed on March 11th, 2018, 12 times, I survived that. It's just something like lit up in me, and I was like, yo, like I need to change my life. So I left the gang life alone. I got stabbed in the process fighting through 17 guys, but I got it rocking with all of them.
Right.
And I left that life alone, and then we decided to come to Florida. My wife works for the VA at
wow.
that time.
Look at
so
that.
she's been with the VA for 8 years. She's no longer with them, but you know what I'm saying? So we came out here, and then the opportunity presented itself where Celebrity Boxing hit me up and was like, hey, we want you, you know, you're the star from 60 Days In. We want you to come fight on our card. I was like, all right, no problem. So fought on their card in the Showboat Casino in New Jersey.
I saw that.
And then that's when I got my training. I had my investor from Land O'Lakes invested close to $10,000 into my training.
Okay.
With sponsorships and all that. And then I met Coach Gary, and then Lights Out Boxing. I met EFC, now Hype Boxing. And it transitioned from there. So my first fight from Celebrity Boxing, not even 30 days later, I was fighting on EFC card.
I saw that too.
You know what I mean? So it was like, from a very young age, it went from street fighting to boxing. And now I don't even know what street fighting is no more. You know, my coach humbled me real quick.
Wow, look at that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a humbling experience, and I love it every single second, minute that I can do it, even down to hitting the bag.
And you changed that aspect of your life. You took the chance on yourself. That's what I'm getting from the story, that real quick, that you took a chance after that stabbing and say, you know what? I want to do this, and I want to do this for my life, because this is what's going to help me get out of my situation. And you found your niche because you're really good at it. I watched you at your last one. We was also there, and we watched, and I'm like, okay, this kid is good. I mean, you're not a kid, but this guy is really good. He's professional. I can't wait to see him on Misfits, because he's going to give people problems. You know, and that's really what you guys are training for, is to get the likes in the eyes of Ma'am and KSI and guys like that, Jake Paul, because you guys are all influencers. And I tell people all the time, people are like, JR, like, go create content, do this. And I have a hard time doing that, because this is my life. Everything I do is no cap. I train, I shoot, I fight, I speak, I educate, I raise my kids, I'm a lover. Like this is my life. So if you want to see me document my life, and that's what I see from both of you guys, you know what I'm saying? Even from Noah, I knew he was a special kid 3-4 years ago when I saw him doing what he was doing. So I always wanted to have this methodical conversations with the boxers. I don't know if you guys saw the last episode. I had B Dave on here.
I did.
And you know, B Dave, he's from Tampa too. So he told me his story, and all you guys' story is very inspiring. So we're gonna touch on the story. Noah, like, when did you know that, you know what, this is what I want to do with my life? Because you're 21, right? 22. So he's 22. If you guys pull up his YouTube page, we'll pull it up in a little bit. He's very famous, very known. He's going places. But can you tell the world and the kids, like, what switched in your head to make you think that, okay, this is what I want to do?
Is that me?
No, yeah, that was you. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I tell him to pan to it, but go ahead. Yeah, it's all good.
No, like I said, you know, you could on YouTube. There's a little short film
Yeah,
that they did on me called NK the Second.
I saw that. Yes, yeah.
And one of my cousins, Derek, he's the one that filmed it.
Yeah.
And it got sponsored by a WWE superstar named Titus O'Neil.
I saw that.
I know him, and he used to mentor me back then a long time ago. Because, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and captain anybody. I was never part of gangbanging, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna act like nothing I'm not. You know what I mean? But I feel like everybody goes through struggles. But, bro, props to you for going, you know, you made it through it, bro. You know, that, like I said, just hearing that little bit of your story is already like motivating for me. You know what I mean? I already know,
appreciate
you know, JR, you know, I appreciate your service, everything you've been through.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, you know, my mom and my dad, they weren't together, but
They was in the military. I met them both. Yeah,
you did. But they definitely did take care of me. They did their best to do it.
They did
and
a great job with you.
I'm blessed to have a family that supports me. Uncle, my grandma.
Shout out to your grandma, man. Hold on, before he go, man. He has the sweetest grandmother. Like we went to the event and he was about to fight. He got injured. So, but
I remember that.
But the whole family showed up.
To my opponent's luck,
But
I got
the grandmother, she took me under her wing, and she would do anything for me. The sweetest grandma and his mother, and they the biggest supporters, and that gave me chills because it's like, even though my baby ain't fighting, we still gonna represent, and we gonna take care of people who love him.
Facts.
So they knew. I didn't tell what kind of relationship we had. They heard about me, but they saw the love I have for him, and they just wrapped their arms around me. Gave me food, all that stuff.
Natural love.
Yeah. And that's what I knew from then on. I'm like, you know what? I could be this kid's manager because his family embraced me. And I give you guys a quick backhand. I do a lot of manager situations, and you know what I'm saying, I have helped a lot of people along the way, and a lot of people wasn't grateful. But when I stepped back into that role of full-time management with Noah, his family not only did him, but his family let me know that the energy was right, and that they loved me and cared for me, and they trusted me with their investment, which is Noah. So Noah, let's get into your story real quick, and let's tell the world again, like, why you on your journey right now to get to this ring?
Yeah, man. Like I said, you know, I did get bullied a lot when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I got beat up a couple of times. You know what I mean? I was the goofy kid. I like to make myself, you know, the class clown. I like to be laughed at, but I think a lot of class clowns eventually learn like that turns on you. You know what I mean? So, you know, I've been jumped a couple of times. You know, I got into these fights. So my uncle, you know, I thought I had to learn how to fight. I got to learn how to defend myself. Right. I think everybody should learn how to defend themselves a little bit. You know what I mean? And
all warriors should be able to defend yourself.
There you go.
Mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Absolutely. And once I did, you know, there was videos of me hitting mitts with my uncle at like 8, 9 years old. You know what I mean? I have a video on my Instagram. You scroll all the way down. It's me hitting, and I was like a kid in my garage. And I also liked how it made me look.
That's that Florida talk. He said jit.
Yeah. What's crazy, I don't even say that a lot, do I? But no, I like the way it looked, and I just like being able to defend myself. You know what I mean? I like being that person that, hey, you know what I mean? If you're picking on somebody, I can stop that. You know, my friend, my brother Fabian right there, you know, there was multiple times where I stood up for him because, you know, he was like me at one point, you know what I mean? He was getting bullied, and me learning how to fight, and just, you know, my parents teach me that mindset to be able to defend people. You know what I mean? And stop that is why, you know? Definitely. So now, really my goal with fighting, I love fighting. I like the attention as well, you know what I mean? Right. But I want my mom, my grandma, everybody, they like I said, they're so supportive of me. They've given me the world, you know what I mean? If I need them, they're there for me. Right. They made sure to raise me right, though. I mean, my dad, he went through the gangbang, you know what I mean? He worked hard to get me here. And my mom as well, you know, they're solid, they're great people. I just want to get back to them. And they're still pouring so much into me today. Right. And I just feel like I haven't done that yet. So I'll be done fighting when my whole family's set. My grandma, my friends, Fabian. When Fabian got his business, you know what I mean? I want to put back into Fabian's business. My brother Milo, you know, and we'll touch on it more. Milo, he's done so much for so many of the friends he meets,
Yeah.
right? He gives and he gives and gives, and a lot of people just take.
Right.
You know what I mean? He sat there and put, everybody, if you have money, everybody can buy stuff for you. You know what I mean? And Motto definitely has money.
Right.
But he sat there for hours upon hours, days. He's put days into teaching me this, editing my videos,
Yes,
stuff
I
like
saw
that. All those crazy edits. That's not me.
Yeah.
That's Milo. And I don't pay him for none of that stuff for years. You know what I mean? I known him for like 6 years now. And from the second I met him and another person, they instantly said, bro, that's my brother. And they've put into more people, and I've seen more people fuck Milo over again. You know what I mean? Once I can give back to the people that's given me so much,
Right.
I'm not the smartest dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? But one thing I know how to do is fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's my gift, and that's what I'm gonna try to take to the top.
Okay.
To give back to my family. And JR too, man. JR's, that's family.
They sow seeds into you.
Definitely.
They
Yeah,
sow
yeah.
seeds into you, and then when it's time to blossom,
We all part of a journey in a tree, and I think I'm gonna stop you too real quick when you said that comment. Like sometimes we gotta watch what we say to ourselves, And I can speak freely because I always mentor you, and I always send you stuff. Watch how you say, then speak the negative life into you. Speak that you are here. Look around. You in this podcast studio. You next to Carlos. You talking about your journey because in March you're gonna fight again, and then the world is gonna know who you are, and then you're going to be on the, I'm already claiming it. You're going to be on Misfits, and you're going to show the world who you are. And you no longer have to say, you already made it. You put the work in. I'm here, you're here, Carlos is here. So from now on, speak that positive life into you. Never say that, no, I'm not, you already here. You are already a champion, and this belt is already yours. Not Carlos' belt, but the belt is already yours. And I love that about you because you listen. It's a lot like it's a generation of us running around right now, and I'm gonna speak freely. I'm 43, but it's a gap in between old and new, and it shouldn't be because I believe we should pass the knowledge down. And a lot of the youngsters don't reciprocate the knowledge because y'all don't like what it looks like where it's coming from. And I understand that because you got a lot of people out here telling gibberish stuff and they're not even walking in that path. And why should you listen to that, right? Yeah. So you guys created your own wave, and now the old people are like, oh, that's not the wave. I embrace it because I learned my lesson raising my kids. I have a 23-year-old daughter and I have a 17-year-old son who looks up to you. Up to you. Mm-hmm. His name is Jaylani. Shout out to Jaylani. But he bugs Noah all the time. But I had to learn how to raise him through social media. I had to raise him through certain positive memes I would send out to the world and get his attention because he wasn't listening to daddy verbalization. They only attracted to social media. You guys are all influencers, and you guys got to be careful what you put that energy out. That positiveness that I continue to push, you will push that because that's what's going to change the world. We can't change it by screaming or yelling. We got to do the right thing when we on these platforms right now and talk positive. Yeah, you went through all that, but look who you are right now, Carlos. Yeah, you did it, but look where you at right now. And we're going to get into some of your stories and the negative stuff, but we're going to talk about the positive stuff. So, but the transition from that, I am proud of you. So say that to yourself, and I care for you, and you will be great. You are great. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to continue that push because I'm going to be right next to you when you win this belt and you win them all. You know what I'm saying? So now we change this Carlos, man.
That's
Carlos,
big dog talk right there. I like it.
I want to be able to happen.
And that's why we do this podcast. You will never see me talking ignorant stuff. I'm going to always be that older person or OG that I don't want to see you go the way I went. That I'm not promoting that. Like, I don't get none out of it. Say, hey, you saw me do it. Go, no, don't do that. Learn from my mistakes and take the other way. Let's talk about Carlos, man. You got a remarkable story, man. I got popped, but I didn't get stabbed 18 times, but
12 times.
12 times. You have a huge story, man. And I started to watch 60 Days In and see how you move, and you really about who you are, man. And I love that energy because my grandfather always told me warriors are warriors within and smart, and make sure that warriors are also understanding and caring. You're married, you have your kids, you're a fighter, you're a love. That's a warrior. You are a warrior.
Yes, sir.
And know that. In this aspect of the life, that you are that warrior and you're carrying that mantle for your family, man. So can you tell us, introduce us to who you are and your family and why you want to continue to fight?
So me and my wife have been together going on 19 years.
Man, congratulations.
Thank you. Met her in 2006. I just came out of Elmira County Jail. And when I came out, my wife, you know, I went to a house party, met my wife there. I have 3 children.
Wow.
2 biologically mine. My oldest is 20 years old now. He just turned 20 on New Year's Eve.
Okay, happy birthday.
I've been raising him since he's been 1.5.
Okay.
So that's my son. You know what I mean? We've been together. She held me down during my prison bid and everything. Got a son. Youngest son is 12. My daughter is turning 17 next month.
Congratulations.
That's crazy to even say it out
Look at
loud.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Kids are my age, bro.
to say
Now
it
you're
out
telling
loud.
your age, yeah?
Yeah, to say it out loud.
Yeah.
I'm 37 years old, and you know, to touch on something you said influencers.
Yeah.
And you spoke about the generational gap.
Yes.
I have a problem with that. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And the reason why
Let's
I have
talk about it.
The reason why I have a problem with that is because people call themselves social media influencers. That, like, I want that word to, like, if you can edit it, like, influencers.
Yeah.
What are you influencing?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to be a social media influencer, I expect you to influence the younger generation to do positivity.
Right.
But if you look at all the influencers, I'm going to say 75% of them, it's all negative.
Yes, it is.
It's all females, shake their asses, tote guns, do this, smoke weed, do the drugs. That's not an influencer.
Right.
I don't consider myself an influencer.
Right.
I consider myself a reality TV star.
Okay.
Crossover boxing. You know what I'm saying? My story is to inspire the younger generations, because before I did the show, after I got stabbed, I was on Clubhouse.
Okay.
And I was talking to the young, you know, Clubhouse got different rooms, and I would talk to the younger generations. So I would be in a room where there's blood, young teenagers, Bloods, Crips, Guetas, Trinitarios, and all that. And I would talk their lingo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking Crip lingo. I'm talking blood lingo. I'm talking when I decided to join a gang of the Latin Kings when I was 16 years old, I decided to join my gang, learn my gang, and learn about other gangs.
Right.
So that way I know what I'm
Dealing with. Yeah.
dealing
Who you?
with.
Yeah.
So when I was on Clubhouse and I started talking to these kids, and I'm, you know, this my thing is, I'm gonna reel you in, I'm gonna talk your lingo, I'm gonna make you feel like, yo, I'm about that life with you. But then once I got your attention and you start calling me OG, I'm gonna change that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch that switch in your mind. I'm gonna change it. Yo, come, let's go to the movies. Let's go get something to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's change your way of thinking.
Right.
Because what you seeing is on social media. Social media is corrupting the younger generation's minds right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And my job is my goal is to take these younger generation teenagers and steer them away from that.
Let's talk about
And
it,
that's why on the show I say I'd rather the teenagers pick up a book bag before they pick up a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Education is key.
Right.
My oldest, 20 years old, you go to him right now and you ask him, what did your dad ever instill in you since the day he came into your life?
Right.
School.
Right.
Now my son got over $20,000 in the bank, in his bank account. He's working. He's living with family. He's good.
Look at that.
You know, my daughter, she's good. My kids are good. My wife, we're good.
How old are you, Carlos?
I'm 37.
Look at that.
37. I don't look at
No,
that.
you don't either, man. Your life has been a marginal of positivity, and since I'm looking at it after the stabbing, and you know, I appreciate to share this stage with you, because that's all I want to talk about. That's all because when people start to talk the negatives, I get ADHD. I don't want to listen. I have zero tolerance for it, because it's like, my uncle told me a long time ago, all gangsters are smart, and they will get away with everything they want to if they want to. But at the end of the day, you got a lot of people that's condoning getting caught, doing situations, and then putting on the spotlight how many fights you had, how many times you've been to jail, all these things. And if you look back into our culture, that's not what it was about.
They glorify it.
Yeah, they glorify. That's not what it was about. And you got kids like Noah that haven't even been around it, but easily could be influenced, because those are influencers saying that situation
It's cool.
on these mics. It's cool. And to me, I mean, I put it out there to all the kids. It's, you know, what's cool is staying in school, getting a job, obeying your parents, and doing the right thing. That's the cool thing, you know, because you can get to that point to where you don't want to listen, and you could be as negative as you want. There's only 2 places that you're going, and either you are in jail or you dead. And that's my dad told me. He said all the hard niggas are dead or in jail. My father, he's a bishop. He told me that when I was young. He said, you want to keep following your family? You want to keep following my mother? She was she died of AIDS, but my mother was out there in California, Long Beach, Compton, LA, all that. And all my cousins are from a lot of different hoods out there in LA. And my dad told me when I was like 8 or 9, he said, all the hard niggas are dead or in jail. And I didn't understand as a kid. I'm 8 years old. What you talking about? But now as a grown man, that's all you have. Because there's no retirement fund in the jail. There's no retirement fund.
And you can't take the money
that stuff with you. You can't. You can't take the reps and how many people you done socked out and stabbed and ran fades with and all that. You can't do that. So the best thing we could do right now is on these platforms is spread positivity. So, I want to get deep into your past, both of you guys, man. Can you tell me about like what inspires you to pursue, like right now, what we're talking about, this boxing career and what keeps you going? I know you talk about your family, but when you're in that ring, I saw the fight and you're really talented, but what keeps you going? What is your next why?
The dog fight. It's the dog in me. You know what I mean? Like being a boxer now, even being a street fighter, when I was doing the gang banging, like you hit me, I eat those. You know what I'm saying? Like I like getting hit. You know what I mean? And what keeps me going in the ring is that person that I'm fighting, and I'm pretty sure you heard this before from Gary, and he put this in perspective since the first day I met him. That person in the ring that I'm fighting is trying to go after my family, and I'm going to stop you.
Absolutely.
Warriors mentality.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you. Yeah. You're not going to walk through me. You're not going to run through me.
Right.
I'm going to fight you to the very end. Either you're going to, we're going to fight we're going to fight till one of us is done, and it's not going to be me.
Right.
Like I have to stop you. My family's behind me.
Right.
You're coming after my family, and I got to protect them. So when I'm in that ring, I'm focused. I'm locked in. Like the fight with EFC on July, was it July 29th?
Yeah.
Went July 29th. There was a lot of people there, and I was locked in. Even though I didn't have a personal issue with Wide Neck at all, like it was all business, but I didn't hear nobody in the room.
It was just you.
It was me. I locked into my coach's voice. And then during a round where we was taking our minute off, I just look across the ring and I see my wife. And she's like, you better not lose. You're going to sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
I already knew what she was saying. So nothing else, nobody else is in the room. I listen. I'm paying attention for three things. My coach's voice and my wife.
Right.
Or whoever's there, my family.
Do you hear what you just said, though? Like, it all boils down again to the warrior stuff. I don't know if you remember this passage in 300 when he was about to leave with his 300 and his wife came with his shield, right? And she said, you better come back on your shield or with it, right? And then if you remember a passage in there, they were laughing and the arrows were coming in. And he's like, why are you laughing? He's busting up. He said, because we get to fight in the shade.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
so you remind me of that. And then another passage they said when the boats had crashed, and they thought all the Spartans, all the other warriors were gone. And they looked down, and everybody nervous because it's filled up. The whole valley is filled up with soldiers. And the guy he's laughing again. He said, "Why are you laughing?" He said, "Because somebody down there could give me a glorious death." Yeah. Somebody down there.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like somebody, and that's how you give that to me, like that energy. Like it's somebody in that ring could give me something that I want, I value.
And it's. I already experienced close to death experience.
Right.
Stabbed 12 times. I got the scars to prove it. And the one that almost took my life was right here. But when they stabbed me here, the doctor said if it was like a little bit lower, it would have punctured a lung. I would have been done.
Right.
So he stabbed me on my bone.
Right.
And I survived. So it's like that mentality is, we're going to fight to the end.
There we go.
That's it.
And that's what I want to hear, man. And I think that goes with your whole trifecta, your mind, body, and soul. You're going to fight, man. And as we transition, man, we're going to ask Noah the same thing. Like, Noah, like, can you share some of your challenging moments right now that you have had growing up fighting and trying to get to the point where you at now? Can you share some of them experiences? I know about one or two of them, but can you share some of them that the world don't know and touch on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say, like, what you guys talking about the last couple of topics. Like I've just been sitting back chilling, but it's like I'm just absorbing it. You know what I mean? Because bunch of OGs. I know you're an OG now. I couldn't tell before. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you're a G, but now I know you're an OG.
Yeah.
You know, I just like absorbing it. You know what I mean? And you remind me so much of my dad. You know, my dad. Hopefully he watches, but he'll say the same thing.
Tell him in the camera. Tell him what you
know,
want to
Dad,
do.
he reminds me of you, Dad. You know what I mean? You know, strong black man. I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
And you black too. You know what I mean? But,
My ancestors are black.
oh, absolutely. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I'm just absorbing it.
And that's just go back to that. A lot of people I grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Middletown, New York. My whole block was nothing but Haitians.
Oh yeah.
I grew up around Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but Haitians.
Yeah.
So people be like, "Yo, why do you say the N word?" It's natural. I'm from New York. It's natural. It is a part of my culture. I try to like tone it down a little bit, but when I'm around my peoples, like I talk like that. They be like, "Yo, you're not black." Go check my ancestors out real quick. Type in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Ricans are black,
Puerto
bro.
Rican. Type in black Puerto Ricans and then come holler.
Everybody should know Puerto Ricans are black, bro.
Hey,
Absolutely.
he's schooling you on his history, though. I love it though, because the young people need to know where they come from, need to know the history, and need to know that we share a common denominator out there, and that's what it is. You know, my people is they come from Jamaica. But you would never know that. Yeah, you would never know it because I'm from California. I'm from Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where we came from. But at the end of the day, I've been around the world in the military, and I saw a lot of different things. And I am excited to see what the future has for you guys, man. No, let's get into your situations that you had. Just getting to where you at right now. Can you share with the world a few of them?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, when I was a kid, everybody in high school, they always want to be a YouTuber. You know what I mean? They post, I mean, we can go back. I got videos with my brother Fabian, us just trying to do YouTube, you know what I mean? And
shout out to Fabian.
Shout out to Fabian, you know what I mean?
That's Fabian's a fly ass dude.
Oh, Fabian's a handsome dude. I mean, he's a handsome dude too.
He got that Rico Suave look to him, too.
Absolutely.
I'm in the hallway doing the dance too.
Yeah, he got that
Fabian can dance too. You know
I heard he could dance.
He's the type of person that come into a room and be like,
bro, that's exactly what he does. Literally, he's cheesing over there.
Yeah.
Nah, but you know, I've always wanted to do YouTube, and you know, me getting bullied stuff that I was already on the course of fighting, right? So you know, when I graduated high school, you know, I always knew this dude named Deen. We always followed each other.
Let's talk about
media.
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even before high school, we always followed each other on social media. But he was a boxer.
Okay.
I was a kickboxer. You know what I mean? So why not train together? You know what I mean? So we started linking up.
So y'all met in high school?
Yeah, we met. We I think, what is it, freshman, sophomore? Yeah, I think we followed each other on Instagram sophomore year of high school. You know what I mean? And for like a year or two, we just would like each other's posts, stuff like that, repost it, keep training, stuff like that. I worked at Sky Zone at the time as a trampoline park. He needed a job, so I helped him get a job there.
Okay.
So that's where we really started to get closer and start working out together then.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He then, like a year goes by, and he was only there for a couple months, but since he started working at Sky Zone, that's where we started training together. And I actually didn't notice, but I met him back when I was either a freshman or in middle school. No, a freshman when I was, shout out to my coach Avery when I was training kickboxing, because I don't know if you guys know my history in combat sports. Yeah. You know, I was signed up for jiu-jitsu. I probably have like 15, 20 master jiu-jitsu at Gracie Brand. I trained there for like 8 years. I fell in love with no-gi. So, you know, you asked me what my belt is. It's not really that high. Yeah. Then fell in love with striking. You know, I started doing kickboxing. I have a couple kickboxing fights. Shout out Avery. He trained me for free for 4 years straight. You know what I mean? That's always going to be family. Once I'm rich, he's rich too. Whatever car he wants, he got it. Yeah. You know what I mean? From then, you know, I wrestled in high school all 3 years. Okay. And I would wrestle one weekend, and then next weekend I would have a kickboxing fight. You know what I mean? So I was real big on like cutting weight, all that stuff. I was always into combat sports, but no boxing experience. And that's where Deen came in. That's when Deen, you know, me and Deen started training together. And he introduced me to, I remember it was my 18th birthday, 17th birthday, something like that. I graduated. Yeah, it was and I graduated, and he introduced me to Milo. Okay. He's the one that introduced me to Milo. Okay. And we went and we worked out.
Some history going on.
Yeah. From then, that's when we started training with Milo as well. I started hanging out with Milo. You know what I mean? Milo, obviously, super genuine dude. I hit off him right away. I remember he did like 4 backflips the first night I met him, so I was like mesmerized by it. And from then, you know what I mean, we met Milo, and that's where, you know, I already tried to do YouTube like 5 times, and everybody tried it, and I failed it. That's when Milo was like, bro, you need to start doing YouTube. You know what I mean? And I started doing YouTube. I did a Guns Down, Gloves Up. That was my first video with Milo. Deen was in it.
So you was the originator of this idea
Well, I mean, Guns Down, Gloves Up been around for
But
a minute.
in
Years.
Tampa, though,
But in
like,
Tampa, yeah.
with the situation that you guys had,
Oh yeah, no, trust me, we'll get to that
Okay.
too. That's in the future. But
It's
yeah,
the
you know what
build
I
up.
mean?
the build up,
We started doing that, and my first video it gets like 250, 300,000 views, and I'm like, yo, Deen, bro, like you can box. You're in my video. You have personality. Like you need to start boxing. Milo's also, bro, you need to start boxing. All right, well we got a group now. I want to do YouTube. Deen wants to do YouTube. We both fight. Milo already does YouTube. He already has like 1.2 million on YouTube at that point. You know what I mean? And Milo, you know, him being Milo, just loves supporting the people.
Right.
So it gave him something to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we start doing videos. Dean's first video was a kickboxer versus boxer video, and it was me versus him.
Was it that controversial video that we was
Oh,
at
yeah.
the table sitting down with Fuzi?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let's
I
talk
know
about
that.
it.
Absolutely.
I
Let's talk
heard
about
about
it.
that.
We did that video, and I remember we sparred. We like flow sparred before it.
Yeah.
And it already wasn't gonna go. I was like, you know, Deen,
Hold on. Before you go, he gonna put it up. I want to see that what you're talking about so the world can see.
it's deleted.
Oh, it's deleted. Okay, so yeah, let's talk
gets-
about
it
that.
gets all into
That's his caveat to that. Let's
It
talk
gets
about
all
it.
into it. That's my pick. It would have been Dean's first YouTube video, but if you go to
It's out
Deen,
there. I've seen it.
you search Deen the Great. My name popped up. That's crazy. Search Deen the Great real quick.
Search it.
Yeah, search it, and then click on it, and then scroll down to MMA fighter versus boxer.
Should be the first one.
No. Go up. Stop. Go down slow. It's down. Other way. There you go. Keep going.
I'm JR from Long Beach, California. I'm born and raised, now live in Sarasota, retired military. I'm a motivational speaker, and that's really big going on right now. And this content creator studio that Jen and Bessie has made is gonna be very influential in the community and what's going on right now. Kids and everybody's gonna join in with content and come here and leave. Just like the rappers have their studios, we have our studios now. I'm the #1 free agent motivational speaker. Catch you later.
Keep going. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'll stop it when I see it. Keep it going. Which I'm a part of all these videos too. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Oh look, there's me right there. But keep it going. And keep it going. A little bit more.
It's here because I've seen it.
Keep it going. And keep going. No, keep going. Go a little bit fast. Right there. To the left.
That one.
That one right there, yeah. The one here he's hovering over right now.
This one?
Mm-hmm. So pause that real quick. So where was I at? I was like, we're at the kickboxer versus boxer video because this leads into this right here.
Pause it when it get on it. Yeah, pause it. Yeah.
So we're at the kickboxer versus
Blow it
boxer.
up. Yeah. All right,
We
go
do
ahead.
the kickboxer versus boxer video. We already flow spar before, and it's like, you know, in all reality, Dean's a smaller dude.
Right.
Yeah, he knows how to box, but you know, you put a boxer against a kickboxer, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna kick your legs out from under you all day.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean, he can be the better striker, but who's really the better striker? He's a better boxer, but I'm the better striker, right? And we want his video to blow up. You know, I love Deen at the time. You know, so we want him to be successful. He's putting, you know, we're all supporting each other. So we start by doing the video, and we already have the idea like, okay, Dean's like, you know, we need to figure something out because we need to be competitive, right? And the kickboxer versus boxer video, which isn't up now, I fucking dominated that video. Which obviously he's a smaller dude. I'm kicking him, you know what I mean? Kicking him against the wall, all this stuff, but it wasn't going his way. It can't be his first video, you know what I mean? He wanted to fake a knockdown. Me at the time, like I said, I'm a man, and I was a man then too, you know what I mean? So I agreed to it. So what happened was, in reality, is we're fighting, and
So you set this up.
he set this up.
Okay.
In reality, we were fighting, and I punched him, and I remember directly his back of his head hit the glass because we sparred in that same area, and it's a handball court.
Okay.
It's at LA Fitness, and his head bounced off the glass, and he got mad. You know, Deen. If you watch his videos, he has a temper. He's always had a temper. You know what I mean? And he tried to fight me off of it. He punched me. We stopped. He was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" Bam! Punched me in my face. I hold him. I hug him. I'm like, "Yo, bro, calm down, calm down, calm down." That situation escalated. So what happened is I beat his ass so bad that he got mad and tried to really fight me in the video, even though we're just homeboys. Because everybody knows Deen has an ego. After that, you know, me, Milo, everybody, we talk and we decide to fake the knockdown, right? Because he can't lose his first video. I want him to blow up.
Okay.
And I did that. We do that. We fake it. Boom. He punches me. A lot of people didn't believe it because at the end of the day, I'm bigger than him. He punched me. I go flying, you know? And that's where we fast forward. We fake it. It sucks, right? You know, I fought my whole life. My credibility goes out the door, but I agreed to that. You know what I mean? So I'm not even trying to fault him for that. Right? Where it goes weird, and this is just where it gets a little bit weird for me, is like I remember one time we were in the mall, and now his video is blown up. It took about 3 months, but I remember he had a couple million views multiple times on YouTube.
Right.
I mean, on TikTok.
ESPN too, right?
Yeah, bro. You know, they reposted it, and like I said, it was me that did it. It's just the way he went about it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I remember we were walking in the mall one time, and a group of people come up to, oh, you're Deen. That's the dude you knocked out. Yeah, that's the dude I knocked out. You know, I had to do it to him. You know what I mean? You dig. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's just like, look, I understand. Like, I did that.
When he says that.
You know, you can't stop saying it. But I understand, like, at the end of the day, I'm the one that did that. But I'm your homeboy supporting you.
Right.
Like, you know, it wasn't real. You know, like, you have a lot of videos now. Like, move on from it. But look, I'm the one that did it. So, I bite the bullet. Cool. My video blew up. The Guns on Gloves up. His video blew up. He did like 2 more videos, blew up. So we're already grinding for him. Second video, which was boxer versus MMA striker, was supposed to be kickboxer.
Right,
yeah, it's supposed to be kickboxer.
Play it for like a couple of minutes.
Oh wait, not yet. It's supposed to be kickboxer versus boxer part 2. That's what it's supposed to be.
Part 2.
But according to Deen, his channel was blowing up at a time. He was not getting traction. So that needs to be his video. And let's not do a kickboxer video anymore because we know what happened last time. So me, not being a boxer, not training, you know what I mean? It was supposed to be kickboxer versus boxer part 2 for my channel. Right. He says no, his channel's getting traction, not mine. Let's make it a boxer versus MMA striker on my channel. Now in his mind, I'm gonna fuck Noah up. He's not a striker, you know, he doesn't box. Right. It's just boxing is my element now. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Okay.
That's not what happened at all. And if you watch the video,
let's watch
play
it. Yeah, let's watch it a little bit.
This is me without any boxing experience at all. He's also training and fighting amateurly regularly at this point.
Okay.
Can they hear it? No, you already see him throwing a fit, getting mad. Me, I'm having fun. By the way, this intro Milo made for him and filmed everything for him. All down to the shots. Every idea, Milo put it on. And he does that for me too. That's who Milo is. It was a good ass intro though, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a good intro, yeah.
Shout out Milo.
Yeah.
So this is probably after like 3 years of knowing Deen at this point. And like I said, I went to the mosque with him. We sleepovers all the time. You know, he ate my house, I ate his house. You know what I mean? That's my brother at that point.
It's your boy Deen with the Today, basically, boxer versus striker, got back. MMA striker. Regardless of MMA, PMA, TMA, don't matter. Still gonna get that ass whooping. My striking just too weird and creative for him to handle. He's used to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 boxing. Now 1, 2, 3 gonna sleep his ass right in the channel. You already got a rope and go to sleep then, bro. Please don't blame me. I did forget my pillow and my blanket for blowing today, but me for him. Regardless, I'm trying
How many years ago was this?
Check. How many years ago was this? What, like 3, 2, 2.5, 3, 4?
So you guys got history.
He was young in the face, I know that.
Bro, I look like a child there.
Let's see the action real quick.
Yeah, it's gonna get to it.
Yeah.
Just go straight to round 1. There you go. Me without any boxing experience. And after this, I want you to go look at the comments too.
Okay.
Shout out to Ringside.
Yeah.
Great gloves.
If you want to learn how to edit,
Oh my God, we're making the money. Skip it.
Yeah.
He's getting more money.
It's right there.
I'm
Skip
talking
it.
about real creative skill.
Okay. Let's pause it. So that's the history. I'm looking at you guys, man, right here, and what I'm seeing right now is like it should have been a team effort of you guys' movement and everything like that. And what you're saying is that a little discrepancy is why that you guys split ways because of a video.
The ripple. That's
The
what
ripple
started
effect.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely that's what started. If this video definitely didn't go the way it was supposed to go for him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was supposed to dominate me. which, I mean, if you watch the video, even the second round, I was playing around with him, like laughing at him,
Right.
hitting him. And, you know, I think the third round was close. And everybody in the comments said I won.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He posted this because Milo made him post this.
Right.
And his content.
Right? And it's content. He wanted that content.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the bottom line was, this was supposed to be my video, but already because he was getting the clout, boom, I need it. I need video. I need
Right.
video. I need a video. Fast forward, I think, like 6-7 months. You know, at this point, me and Milo got really close, and me and Deen were close. We're helping him. You back out, you see a bunch of videos where we were supporting him through it. Milo filmed, came up with the idea, found the people he needed to fight, came up with his intro, every way how the video was supposed to go. He edited the videos, which took hours. He made his email for his YouTube account and would post it. All Deen had to do was show up because, like I said, that's how Milo, he's done this. He supported me like that
He was
too.
micromanaging.
You know what I mean? That's how Milo put into his friends. Nothing, he didn't ask anything in return.
Yeah.
But
He
he
don't want
wanted
nothing.
him to be successful. I wanted Deen to be successful too. You know what I mean?
Well, shout out
So,
to Milo too.
Shout out to Milo for sure. And-
I don't
and-
know Milo, but shut you out,
Yeah,
bro.
Bro, for real.
You gotta
Yeah.
see Milo. Milo's he's a real gift to his friends, but he's also very he seems like he's very older because this kid can sing, he can rap, he can model. He models with Noah. He can box. He
Is
can
Milo the
produce.
one
Yeah, he was at the fight too. He's the one
with the gray eyes? Pretty boy?
pretty boy.
Pretty boy, yeah.
I know who
Definitely
you're talking
description.
about now.
Him and his
He
girl
learns
does the show
anything.
too.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about now. Now I know who
I'm
you're
saying
talking
Milo,
about.
he sees something he wants to learn. Research.
Yeah.
Research.
Yeah,
He's
I
very
know who you're
smart.
talking about.
He knows
Yeah.
how to cut hair. He cuts my hair. I mean, Milo's
It's a
that
one-stop
nigga,
shop.
bro.
One-stop shop.
Multi-
Milo is that
multi-talented.
nigga.
Yeah, one
But like
stop.
I said, he put all that time. Dean had family, brothers that want to see him succeed. You know what I mean? And the first time me and Milo fell out with Dean was when he started doing his clothing brand. You see it. It was in the video.
The double D. Yeah.
Yeah. And he started doing that. And I remember I bought his first shirt, but I couldn't buy a second shirt at a time. Milo, I remember his first 3 shirts. Milo would buy it and then be like, bro, keep your money. Like, he would give him money and tell him to keep his shirt and then shout, like, he would support him fully. Milo didn't happen to buy his second shirt or his third shirt. I remember he added us both to a group chat. Oh, you guys are fake, did all this stuff, boom, boom, boom. And that's when he cut both of us off. But he didn't expect Milo to also be cut off. You know what I mean? Milo was like, oh, you doing Noah wrong. So Milo stepped back too. You know what I mean? And we weren't friends for a good like 4 or 5 months. Maybe 6 months, maybe a half a year.
Right.
Since then, like, at the end of the day, I don't like Deen. At some points, I damn near hated him. But I can't say this about Deen is a hard worker.
Okay.
And when he got that chance, he took it. He always took risks. You know what I mean? Whether he knew he was going to lose or not,
Right.
he always took risks. And like I said, I don't like Deen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm newly a Christian, so I'm working on forgiveness. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Definitely.
But I can say that about Deen. He's a very, very hard worker. And the way he got to the top, I don't think it's the right way, but
Yeah.
he definitely took his chance and scored it.
Right.
But
You're a newly formed Christian. You're trying to be the right way. So the positive way to say that is I don't want to downplay you right now and curse you out, but you got to see me in the ring.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
See me in the ring.
Because there's no religion in the ring.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, we're going to keep touching on that story because it's very interesting because I had a lot to play in that part too. I'm listening to the history because I'm always appalled to how you tell it and it's no cap. You're very genuine and honest. And like you said, you don't hate Deen, but I think that you guys have to settle this in the ring. And I'm not even involved in the situation. I would love to see that because I think that's the only way 2 men can settle a situation, 2 brothers, and fix it. And whoever wins, which we already know what time it is. You've been working extremely hard. And to touch on extremely hard working, Carlos, man, I see your gym workouts, man. I know we spent some time with Noah, man, but your workouts is second to none. Can you tell me how you approach these workouts and how you approach fight night?
Coach Gary.
Coach
Gary's my coach.
Shout out to Coach Gary.
Coach Gary, because Coach
Gary.
Gary, his name is, I think Elias have did some filming for Coach Gary with Betsy when they go do the boxing. That's the same gym.
Wait a minute. Junior?
No, Coach Gary.
Yeah, but the gym,
Gary.
who owns the gym?
Tampa City Boxing.
His name might be.
Right? I think so. It's the same.
Shout out Tampa City Boxing,
What's his
too.
name fight there? The Hulk?
No,
No, he don't fight there? Okay.
Hulk is my boy. Shout
Well,
out.
Okay.
all I know is the hard work comes from Gary, Coach Gary. Shout out Coach Gary.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Coach Gary.
I can tell you, since my last fight, he was like, Carlos. Matter of fact, rewind. Since my last fight, we went to Lights Out Boxing in Wesley Chapel. Shout out Lights Out Boxing Piers. They let me train there, and Danny is top notch. And we was there after the fights, and we was watching. It was what's his name fighting? It was the big fight. That,
Spencer Crawford. We was
Yes.
there.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I saw you.
All right. So when we went there, my wife pulls Coach Gary to the side. She was like, all right, this was a real fight with like no headgear, whatever. What does Carlos need to work on? He was like, cardio. And then my wife was like, you won't get your cardio up. And then he was like, he came to me. He was like, Carlos, I need you to be a cardio monster. All right. Mind you, when I fought Wyden, that guy was at 198 pounds.
How much you now?
182.
Look at that.
182, and Coach Gary was like, cardio. He turned me into a cardio monster because ever since then, I run every... Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hard work.
I run every single day. I jog every single day, and then I go to the gym, and I lock in. You know what I mean? I lock in. I do try to get some content, but I sit there, I run 2 to 3 miles on the treadmill, then I'll go spend an hour on the bag. And then my training days come with Coach Gary, and he's like, I'm going to make you throw up today. I've never thrown up with Coach Gary.
Right.
Since the year and a half I've been training with him, I've never thrown up until 2 days ago.
Look at that.
2 days ago, he had me. I seen you threw up with him one time in one of the
Wait,
videos.
hold on. You didn't tell me you be throwing up over there.
He threw up.
bro.
It's in the video.
Yeah, absolutely.
You sent me the
I
videos
threw
with the
up,
non
bro.
throw up and stuff.
Yeah, it's out
No,
there. I seen you.
I threw
And
up. Favorite recording
I
did.
told Coach Gary, I was like, yo, I'm never going to throw up with you. He was like, all right, we'll see. 2 days ago, he sure enough, he made me throw up. Because my next fight
Is it sparring that he made you throw up in?
Nah, circuit training. His circuit training was insane. I trained for an hour and a half, a whole hour worth in circuit training. Don't stop. He gave me, I think, 30-second rest periods. 30 seconds. And then he put me right back into it. And then he had me push the sleigh, and then push the sleigh, pull the sleigh, stop, hit the bag. Oh, it was just insane.
That's
so
part
I
of my
ended.
training too. It's called fully functional
Yeah,
training.
he made me throw up.
Yeah.
He made me throw up, and then I was like, all right. And then the last half an hour was all bad work. But it's just hard work, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Hard work. It's just when I know I got to, especially for my next fight, which we will talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going for a knockout.
Okay.
This is, they be like, yo, leave business, personal. This is business, and this is very personal when it comes to my next fight.
Right.
April 20th in Chicago. It's very personal. Whatever camera I got to
Right
look
here,
at.
look at this camera right here. Yeah.
Whatever camera. Which one?
This one right here.
It's very personal
Y'all hear it?
when we get into the ring. I'm letting you know right now. This is not. It's not ICB.
Okay.
This is
Oh, it's a personal bout.
This is USA Boxing.
Okay.
I'm going to USA Boxing. I'm registering with USA Boxing
Okay.
next week. And when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, for my fans around the world, the fight that you guys been asking for the last 2.5 years, the fight that you guys been wanting, the shit talking is gonna come to an end. This is personal, and I'm gonna give you guys exactly what you want.
The Chucky dude, right?
You said his name. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, Lucky Chucky. Just watch.
Okay. Yeah, he's coming for you.
I'm coming.
Yeah, his whole demeanor done changed. I don't know who you are, and I don't even want to know you because I'm on their side.
You
But he
scared
gonna
me.
be,
I'm on. Listen,
He knows-
I believe in high powers. I believe in all that.
Amen.
And then when you have a personal issue with somebody in the ring, and you be like, after you're done, you shake it out. Handshake. There's no handshakes. It's straight demon time. When I get you in the ring, it's demon time, and I hope you can withstand the power. That's all I gotta say.
Black Air Force.
It sounds
energy.
like both of you guys are on you and Noah both on a collision course with your opponent with these guys that you guys have a lot of history with, and I can't wait to see these fights and stuff like that. And I see that you always talking about Coach Gary, and you guys are training. Noah, you in that same camp too, right?
Yeah, no, I see him working.
See,
that man is
So
working.
that's man, I love it. I love it, man. And I want to ask you too. You guys, like, we talk about influencers, which you don't like that word, and we talk about business, and we talk about a lot of skill sets. But it takes a lot of mental toughness to be a fighter. Can we talk about that with both of you guys? Like Noah, how's your mental right now, going through what you went through and seeing your boy? No shade. Deen is really, really, really popular right now, and I was also in his camp too a couple of years ago, providing security and doing manager skills for him like that, and he made it to where he was supposed to make it at.
Absolutely.
How is your mental toughness to see that and see where you want to be at?
Definitely. Let's talk about it, because
Let's talk about it.
It's bittersweet, because I know his situation. I knew his family, and like I said, I would assume that he's giving back to his family at least, and I'm happy for that. At the end of the day, I don't want to see anybody starve. I don't want everybody needs to eat. That's my dream too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I'm not gonna lie, I do see him, and I'm like, but the weird enough, it's so weird to explain it. Deen at one point was my brother, right, and I don't like him, but it's almost like sometimes I still got a lot of love for him,
right.
In terms of, I don't want to see him lose.
Right.
When he goes out, and this is me being completely honest with you.
Okay.
When he went out and fought like Waleed, and stuff like that, I would get nervous because
that's your boy. Yeah,
I don't want him to lose.
Right.
And we've fist fought before. You know this. We've
Right.
recently
I know
I've
that.
fought
Yes,
this
yes.
dude before.
I was there the last
but
time.
it's weird. It's a weird feeling because I go and see him fight, and I want him to win. I want to beat him.
You don't want nobody else to beat him but you.
But don't get me wrong. I also don't want to see him lose. Like when he got knocked down by Waleed, it was getting rocked. I'm like, bro,
it falls down. It falls down to you. You have love for him. There's a little, because of your history, there's a little bit of love there.
Yeah.
But he crossed the line of, they say death before dishonor, loyalty over royalty. You still got that little bit of loyalty to him, but you want closure.
Yeah.
And your closure is, you have to see me in the ring. Mm-hmm. And then once I have that closure, we can shake hands and part ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until then, I don't want nobody to hurt you, and you're gonna probably be like that for the rest of your life because you know him personally. But then there's gonna be a time where it's the hurt game, and when you get your moment to shine, you won't get yours off.
For sure.
I'm gonna actually look into this camera real quick.
Yeah, what's
and
up?
And an interview. You're interviewing. People always tell me, and one of my mentors tell me, he's like, JR, when you do things, is interview for the next situation. Look into the camera and tell Mams and tell KSI and tell the whole YouTube boxing world who you want to fight and how you come in.
Oh, I got big plans.
Let's
for that.
go. Let's tell them.
Mams,
Yeah.
Taylor, KSI, which I've watched KSI since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I want to fight them all. Yeah, I want that fight with Deen, and I'm cutting down in weight for that.
How much you weigh right now?
I weigh about 165. I plan to fight at 155 my next fight,
Okay.
and eventually, fight at 145.
Okay.
That's the goal. But I want all the belts.
All the belts.
Like Salt Poppy, he's also cutting down in weight.
Okay.
I want to fight him too.
Okay. You calling out Salt Poppy?
I want to fight everybody. You know what I mean? It's personal with Deen. I need that fight with Deen. And I know I need fights to get it. I need that, but he's gonna run from it.
But
Trust me.
he didn't have no fights to get it. Trust me, we was there at the beginning.
Exactly,
I mean, we sat at the same table with Fuzi and Keem when they came to Tampa. We was there.
I know, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm coming for all the belts. You know what I mean? I'm coming. It's personal with Deen. So give me that fight with Deen. You need him to fight somebody. You need to throw someone that got no clout. Someone you think he's gonna knock out easy. Give me that fight. You know what I mean? If he's struggling for a fight, give me that fight. I guarantee you, I will walk through him and I will be next.
I got a question for both of y'all.
Yeah.
I just recorded that.
Yeah.
I can tag Mams. I can tag KSI.
Do it.
I
Do
can
it.
tag- I can
Do it
tag
on.
Deen.
Do it on.
Tag them
I just
10
want to
times
know,
over.
since I know y'all recording.
No,
do you
it's
want
all
me to
good. It's
say
all
less?
good because you know why? And this
Say
is my
less.
intellectual property. But when I do my podcast and this is live, this is all educational. I don't fear anybody, and I don't fear I'm not in it for likes. I'm not in it for the views. I live a life. I'm very comfortable. In the next couple of years, I'll probably be living on an island in Dominican Republic. So I don't care what anybody
mad at
says. And so I just want to make sure I do right by family, and I want to make sure that he gets what's he deserves, and that's about it. And no matter what, my podcast is positive. So if anybody gets any get back with me at the end of the day, I do the same thing you do. I still fight. I still shoot. I'm looking at the camera. Whatever you want to do. So if your boyfriend can fight and shoot, you better stay away from me because I do the same thing. But we rather talk about it. So at the end of the day, God bless you. But if you're not paying attention, you better watch my videos because I stay active with everything I do. But man, let's have Carlos look into this camera and let the world know that how you coming, and in the future, what you have for yourself and your family in this boxing career.
How I'm coming.
Yeah, tell them how you coming. Because I know you coming.
Listen,
that's
hold
why
on.
you here.
Hold on.
Take the glasses off.
Hold
you
on.
coming.
Yes,
Hold
sir.
on.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard my song, but it's called Built As You Seen on the Show. I'm built different. You
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
I'm about to cash out. We not the same. I'll go to war. You just tap out. Now it's more than on. Why you nervous? I'm out here with armor on.
Yeah.
I'm built different. So I'm telling you right now, the way I'm coming is humble. Into that ring until I see Chucky. It's
There you
not.
go.
That's all.
Everybody
out
got
the
that
window.
one dude that just like, all right.
That's that one dude.
All right.
There's that one person in the world that there's that one person in the world that you gotta like. There's no like, bro. You spoke about my wife.
Yes.
You spoke about my kids. You crossed the line. Now I'm gonna violate you on every single way, shape, form. I'm gonna talk about your kids. I'm gonna talk about your wife. I want him. I already told him, like on the show, I rent this space in his head.
Yeah.
The day we step into that ring,
It's over.
there's no more talking. It's me, you. He's 6'2" or 6'2". I'm 5'9", and I tell people this all the time. David versus Goliath. That don't mean I don't care how tall you are, how strong you are. That's number one. And number two, when I look another man in the eyes, we on the same level. So I hope you're ready. That's all I gotta say. I'm coming. Just know I'm coming. And when I step into that ring, I'm not affiliated with the Latin Kings, and the symbol for the Latin Kings is a lion. That lion is still in me.
Right.
It's just sleeping right now. It's hibernating. But
Right.
that day in the ring, just know that right paw is striking.
What's his name? What's his name?
Lucky Chucky. His name is Charles Hold Your Neck.
Y'all
bitch
look him
ass.
up. Lucky Chucky. Check it out. I don't think you want to. What date is this fight?
April 20th in Chicago at Cicero Stadium.
I asked you one
Be
thing.
there.
Can I be there?
I want everybody to come.
I wanna be
because
there.
I would love to be there.
I'm telling you right now, I want everybody to come. If you can come out to Chicago and come see this fight, because this is where the influencer, and this is where I told my manager, and this is where I told my where I work out at the gym.
Right.
There's a difference between influencers. I'm not an influencer. I'm a reality TV star.
Yeah, I'm about to let you have it, yeah.
And that's why I'm like, yo, when we do this, there's no influencing behind it. Like,
Yeah. I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm here to take your head off.
Right.
And that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Right.
I'm gonna apply pressure every single time.
Lucky Chucky. You're not locked in the ring with Carlos. Carlos is locked in the ring with you.
That's
and,
a fact.
And he's going to be able to exploit all that situation. I think I said it the wrong way.
But I'm sitting here like,
Carlos is, you're locked in a ring with Carlos, but I think they got that from that one cartoon movie. But at the end of the day, man, I love the energy between Carlos and Noah. And Noah, I want to ask you a few more things before we wrap it up, man.
it's already almost.
It's all good. We keep it going, baby. This is what we doing,
I got
man.
stuff to
I'm
say.
zoned.
I got stuff to say,
I'm
man.
zoned out. I'm
Yeah,
zoned.
yeah.
I'm in the zone right now.
Hey, what can we expect from your upcoming fight that you have? Can you tell us about
Man,
that?
yeah, I don't know who I'm fighting, but whoever I'm fighting, I'm running straight through them. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Are you prepared?
I'm prepared, 100% prepared. And this is what I said last time. All these people, I think it's great. They're influencers getting into boxing. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter that decided I want to be an influencer, right? And like whatever his name is, Trey Guess, whatever. He was running his mouth last time. And we started off humble. They posted a flyer. I said,
Trey?
Trey, yeah. I said, pop out to my next fight.
Hold on.
He. Yeah,
I'm cool with him too. So
Go ahead. Yeah, we posted a flyer, and this is where I posted a flyer. I was like, "Oh, everybody, pop out to the next fight." Blah blah. Blah. He posted his flyer. This boy messed up. This boy made a mistake. I'm running. What?
who you talking about?
Trey. I'm talking about Trey. Trey. I'm talking about you. You know what I mean? He posted that. And that's why I'm like, story after story, posting me, tag me. This boy don't know who he signed up for. Bro, you just started boxing like what 6 months ago. I've been fighting my whole life.
So you're fighting on the hype card coming
On
up,
the
right?
hype card coming up.
Shout out to Hype Boxing.
Shout out to Hype. They're
Hype
dope.
Boxing
They
in the
do
Boxing,
building. You
shout out to
already
Hype.
know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
They definitely they're prioritizing me, and I appreciate them
Yeah.
a lot. And Trey got lucky. I hurt my back, and that's just that. I don't know if I'm fighting him next, whoever I'm fighting next, but I'm gonna fight them.
But it's game time this year.
But it's game.
You
time.
locked in.
Like I said, I think 2023 was I learned a lot of
Preparation.
stuff, and I think most importantly, I came to Christ, and
Right.
I have him in my life now.
Wow.
Amen
I
to
love that for you.
Yeah, and I think I needed that a lot. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because on top of that, I get disciplined and a whole bunch of stuff. So I I had to figure that out, and I got it now. You know,
Right.
I know you know me for a while now, and out of shape, in shape. You know, I'm not motivated, all this stuff.
Right.
But it's time to lock in now. You know what I mean?
You
I
locked in.
realize.
I want you to always remember this, all right?
Go ahead. Speak it to him.
Whatever you go through, whatever decisions that you want to make in life, it's already written. It's already written in the book of life. And remember Jeremiah 1-5. Before he formed thee, he knew thee.
He knew
So he
facts.
already knew he already knew what you was gonna do in life.
So you're supposed to be
always
here.
remember that.
Both of you guys. We all supposed
That
to
all
be
ties
here.
back into what you guys were saying.
Yeah.
You know?
And we all supposed to be here at this very moment. And that's why y'all energies, especially you, Carlos, I wanted you to come on, and I also wanted you to mentor Noah too, because Noah is following in that footsteps, and he has his eyes on a trajectory, and you also do. You've been there, you already tasting it, you wearing this belt, so people are coming for you, but you got a grudge match coming up. Noah got a grudge match coming up, and I wanted you guys to show the city of Tampa, where you guys from, and see that how much business intellect that you guys are putting into your business to be your own business model, your own logo, and your situation is being out there. You guys got a huge following. I appreciate you guys, man, because all this is a humbling experience, because in March you were fighting again, and then you'll be fighting on the Misfits soon this year.
Hopefully.
Noah be on the Misfits soon this year. Milo will be on the Misfits. So it's a whole generation of positivity coming out the same situation. And I appreciate you, because you have a story that these kids need to see. You know what I'm saying? Being stabbed and getting out of that situation by the grace of God. You know, I'm a God-fearing man too. So my father's a preacher, but it also took me a while to adapt a certain style, because I didn't want to follow my father's footsteps. I was gangbanging when I was younger, and then I went to the army, and then I started doing some real stuff. And then, you know what I'm saying, I got out the military, got injured, and then I started my company on security. So I've been through a lot of phases in my life where I can tell Noah, like, hey, I wouldn't do that if I was you. He'll tell you every day or every other day I send him a quote or something I'm saying to keep him, because I see his energy's fading, because I can feel that. I'm an empath, and I want to tell you guys two champions moving forward, continue to speak life into each other, because ain't nobody going to do that hard part for you but yourself. When I went down, I couldn't turn to anybody to help for anything. I had to speak life into myself. And when I saw Noah defeated by what happened between him and Deen, that hurt me, because I was on the outside looking in. They were friends, and I was securing one friend and managing one friend, but I didn't want to stay in it. I didn't want to be a part of the situation until I seen a different part, right? I can't choose sides. I got to let the brothers do what they have to do. But when that brother did that situation to me, God led me back to Noah to say, hey, you ready to pick up your panel? You ready to pick up your shield and fight again? And I helped him pick up his shield. Now it's game time, because now you got to go show your family why you doing it. You got to show your family, your kids, and your fans, the people that you guys influence every day on a positive note. Y'all got to change their aspect, because it's so many kids wanting to be where you guys are at right now. Right now, you know how many people call me and ask to be on my podcast, and I only go off energy, and I only go off who I'm inspired by. So I'm inspired by you. I'm inspired by you, Noah. You guys got an awesome journey, man. And I just want you guys, real quick, because we're gonna do another podcast, me and Noah, because Noah got a lot to talk about.
Like, I just want to say one thing.
No. I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell the world what's been burning in your soul.
Yeah, man. I'm like Mams Taylor. Am I close far enough?
Yeah.
Mams Taylor, KSI. Like, you know, I see. You know, I love what you guys are doing, and you know, you guys creating storylines, and you're doing all this stuff, trying to be entertaining. You want a real storyline, like with real bad blood with hype behind it. Like this, we fought multiple times on YouTube already. Our fights have millions of views. You know what I mean? Like, just give me that fight. You know, Luis Pineda, like they didn't have nothing. You gave him a fight. Unless if you're trying to protect Deen like that. Look, I know he's your golden goose, but just let me get that fight. I promise you, I will not disappoint. You know what I mean? And there's so much I want to speak about when it comes to it.
No, talk about it.
But it's like it gets deep, man. Like that was my brother at one point. You know what I mean? I want to see him, but he just pushed me on the table. He stepped on my back to get to where he's at, and I wanted him to get there. You know what I mean? We used to throw events. You know what I mean? And our events used to get shot up. And this videos of me running back to pick him up because he would fall while they're shooting. Like this is all proof. This video is other stuff. That was my brother at one point. You know what I mean? And I wish we could talk about more because he did me dirty. And I know they know me. Deen the snake I'm talking about. And I know they know me. You know what I mean? Keemstar reposted my video that got thousands of views of me exposing it. You know what I mean? And I understand they're using it as a pawn to get back at Deen because Keemstar don't like it, but you guys know who I am. You guys want some entertaining storyline stuff like that? Give me the shot. You know what I mean? This is it. You know, he has no one to fight. I'm that person to fight. You need me to make a weight. You put a rehydration, whatever you want. Just give me the fight. If you don't, you know, it's not even about the money for me. Just give me the chance. You know what I mean? Prince DK on Instagram. Yeah, I'm in their DMs. You know, they know me. Yeah. You know, I'm hungry. You know, I worked as a janitor for the past six months.
Let's talk
you know
about
what I mean?
that. Yeah.
You know, I work in an auto shop. I work 2 jobs right now. You know what I mean? Just you give me the chance and I'm gonna take it. That's just that. You know what I mean? I got Milo, but Deen had a whole team to push him up. You know what I mean? Like,
I was right there.
It gets into and JR was right there with me. You know what I mean? It's just you know, we got the chance to meet Fousey.
Twitter, y'all.
We got
going on Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely. We got the chance, and I'm fired up, bro. We got the chance to meet Fousey, meet everybody. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's when they were creating, and I'll just skip to it real quick. That's when they were creating Happy Punch.
Yes,
it wasn't made yet, but we went and we met with Fousey, and we also met with Keemstar. And I'm wearing a Deen the Great T-shirt. I'm full on Deen team supporting him. You know what I mean? Like we're moving in together, all this stuff. You know, we met JR, and JR told him, like, in a couple months, you're going to make it. You know what I mean? And we trusted JR, and bro, JR was there. We needed to go somewhere. We didn't have money for food. We didn't have money for, you know, flights,
talk about
anything.
It, man.
JR paid for all that stuff, and he would tell us, you're going to get there. When Deen got there, when we're at the table, and we're selling Deen to Fousey, and we're all doing it because we want Deen to make it. You know what I mean? They got it. Look, he has all these views, all this stuff. He has a team around him. It looks legit. He has a manager.
Yeah, me.
Boom, we signed him. The second they're talking about, they're talking about signing multiple people. You know, that's when they look at my videos and they're seeing it. You know what I mean? I have videos of knocking out people too. I'm on YouTube as well. That's where out of nowhere, Deen's already signed, and Jared was there. Deen scrolls down past 300 of his videos and pulls out the video of him knocking me out, fake knocking me out. Now look, if you knock me out, you knock me out. That's part of the fight game. But you know that I'm also trying to do what you do. You know that I'm your brother. I've known you for years, and
he was supposed to alley up with you.
You know what I mean? Like saying, what am I about? I'm about bringing my friends and family up with me. But for some reason, it's like you brought me to the table just to push me under it. You know what I mean? Just to feed your ego. And you scrolled down past 300 people, 300 videos. I mean, to show them you fake knocking me out. You know what I mean? Like, Deen, why did you do that?
Let's talk about it.
You know what I mean? If you want to answer that, or you want to ignore me like you always done, because I know you have me blocked in every single account, then why would you show them that video? Because you know,
this is spicy.
you know that ruined it for me. You know. So what I do, I told Deen, hey man, you know, I talked to Model, like, bro, what? Model's like, nah, bro, you can't be having to do that to you. Okay, Model's like my big brother, so. Dean, bro, can you just look? I don't feel comfortable moving in with you anymore. You know what I mean? It's obvious you don't have my interests at my best heart. Can you please take down the video? I still have all the paragraphs for it.
Right.
Keemstar posted all the paragraphs for it. You know what I mean? This isn't me capping or nothing. The facts are already out there. Nah, fuck that. You try and take my money, all this shit. Bro, it happened, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? You're not making any more views off of that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do what you're doing. I'm your brother. We're doing the same shit. You know my dreams. We sat and dreamed about this like nights. We've had sleepovers where we have no food. We eating food,
this is deep.
all this stuff, and we talked about where we want to be in the future. Oh, we're gonna do that, and you try to take that. And you ruined that for me, bro. So I asked him, can you please take down that video? No, you trying to fuck with my money? What did I do, bro? Look, we edited his videos. We have his password. I didn't go and delete anything but the video that was tearing me down because I knew he was gonna use that fake knockout on all the highlights when KSI promoted him, all that stuff. I could delete his whole page, but no, I didn't. I only deleted for when he didn't make any more money from it, and it was fake at the same time. He wouldn't want that anyways. But he's already promoting left and right. I remember we went to the Blueface bare knuckle fight, and he's showing people he's showing FGTV, him fake knocking me out. Then and
did we meet? He was his first opponent was at the bare knuckle. What was his name? What's the kid name?
I don't know.
It was a kid there fighting at bare knuckle, and Deen acted like he didn't know him, but he fought him on his first Misfit fight. Right, so I mean, we know behind the scenes, it's matchmaking. But you met this kid at the bare knuckle, and y'all knew they was trying to put together a situation for him to fight this kid. What's this kid name? You know his first opponent. What's his first opponent name? You know what I'm saying? He fought at the bare knuckle. Evil Hero. Yeah. So he fought Cuz there, but he met him there. But what Noah's saying is so true, and I try to stay out of the people's business and situations, but. Noah's hurt. He was hurt, but his hurting is turning to his aggression to get back to where he's supposed to be at. It just like what Carlos said, where God
The
wants you to
hunger
be
for
at.
more.
You're coming for it, but it's timing is everything, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been telling you since the moment I met you. Like, I have no animosity towards that man right there, but I seen what he done to you, and then what he done to me. But at the end of the day, I had to transition that because I was already on my way down. So you just kicking me further. It is what it is. I'm here now. But as a child coming up, that could have ruined you mentally because you could have said you don't want to fight no more. You don't want to do nothing. Because the last time I heard from you until we got back together was he called me and said somebody pulled a gun on him at the gym.
No,
and I
we
pulled
can
up
get to all
and
that.
it was him. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, no, and it gets personal, man. Because look, after I deleted the video, which and I told him I deleted it. I was like, look, I deleted it, blah blah all that stuff. He leaked my address.
Oh,
He
you
had
had
people-
death threats?
He had people pulling up to my house, taking pictures of my house where my family stayed, saying they were gonna come shoot me, kill me. People DMing my mom, DMing my grandma, because I have all those accounts. And he would post about like, "Ha, you guys are real for this." Bro, fuck that. Like, it's personal. Like, my mom fed you. You came and stayed a night, and you know my grandma, you know my family, you know what I mean? And you're gonna post my address and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I tell you, like, this shit is personal. You know
So
what I mean?
let's turn that back. That same energy. Tell Mems again why y'all need to fight because all this.
Mams, it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
Mams, and you know that. You want a storyline, you know what I mean? It's here.
Tampa,
You know what I mean? It's-
and make them
Mams Taylor,
the battle
he's
of Tampa,
talking to
you know what I mean?
man.
and make
Taylor,
the
I'm
fight.
talking to
Make
you.
the fight in Tampa. Right?
No,
Make it right here at the
absolutely.
Amalia Theater.
They,
Who
well,
even-
they
who
just
even
announced
reps
they're coming to the
Tampa?
States.
Good.
Misfits just announced
Florida?
today that all their fights are in
Overseas
UK,
and then here.
but now they got a new structure that they just recently got, and they're coming to the States. They're bringing Misfits to the States.
And
need to
you'll
come to
see
Tampa.
you'll see who reps Tampa. You know what I mean? He what he rep Long Beach or something like that.
No, I'm
which
from Long Beach.
which is
He
great.
ain't rep no Long
But
Beach.
he's not from Long Beach. You know what I mean?
Nah.
He's from. You pop out of Tampa. Look, I'm not like he has a lot more clout to me, but you'll see who pops out more for Tampa.
I'm gonna tell you this. What camera can I look into?
This one right here.
Hey, Mams, you already know who I am. I'm Carlos. Yeah, you know me. We spoke plenty of times. This man wants Deen.
Set it up.
BJ Flores, you already know who I want. Mams Taylor, you know who I want. You got Tristan Ham fighting the fake Logan Paul. That's not a fight. I'm going to stand on what I said and what I continue to say. Tristan Ham, you're a bitch, and I want you after I get Lucky Chucky. You're next, bro.
On the
And
Misfit card.
you blocked me. You blocked me on Twitter. You're a bitch.
And look, the last thing I want to touch
Let's
on,
talk
and
about it.
we can have our own podcast to
Yeah.
talk about more, is I went through a lot
I like this.
when it came to, you know what I mean? Like, I was depressed, I got fat, you know what I mean? Milo, my friend Fabian, they were there for me the whole time. I didn't know if I wanted to fight. I got into a relationship, all this stuff. All this stuff happened that, I was, you know what I mean? I got into lifting real big. I started going to the gym a lot, and this, Dean's doing good for himself. You know, he's
Yeah.
getting the fights, he's winning the fights. Obviously, he's winning the fights. A lot of people don't notice about Deen. He's a street, but no, he had 10 plus amateur fights the whole time. You know what I mean? They try to market him as someone that just magically had hands.
Yeah.
No, he had amateur fights with a coach named Ralphie, which is a great
Shout
coach.
out to Ralphie.
Shout out to Ralphie. Which, by the way, it's
Coach
not
Ralphie.
It's not a coincidence that every year Dean has a new team. Dean has a new family, new brothers. You know what I mean? Ralphie was his coach. I taught him how to fight since he was a kid. That's now my coach. That's now Milo's coach. You know what I mean? On top of Coach Gary, Ralphie's helped me out a lot too. His manager, you know what I mean? That's now my manager. You know what I mean? You're gonna see a trend, and all these people that don't no longer fuck with Dean because every single year he has a new family. You know what I mean? But I'm working out, and last time I saw him, it was personal. I mean, he reposted my address. I had people saying they're gonna come kill me, come doing all this, DMing my mom, all this stuff. The people that's fed him before, I see him at the gym. Okay, it's on, like I told him. Next time I see you on side, I walk up to him, yo, what's up? What's up, nigga? Did all this stuff. We start arguing back and forth. His friend Jihad, I forget.
I don't know him.
I forget his name.
I know who
These
you're
are all
talking about.
friends that all used to be all of our friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, when shit happened between me and Dean, they took his side, and which
Right.
cool, whatever. He's in the middle of us. We're running our mouth for a good minute, 2 minutes. A crowd forms around at EOS. Shout out to EOS, please unban me. But they start holding us back. Like, he's in the middle of us holding us back, and I think it was time for him to show up for Dean. So unfortunately, he turns to push me, and right when you put your hands on me like you push me, boom, that's when it snaps, and I stick him right in the face. Dean, for some reason, he tries to run and tackle me. I don't know why he does that. He's a midget, you know what I mean? We've wrestled multiple times, and I've put him on his ass. So I instantly throw a punch at his head, and I stuff it, and then they break us up. They put me outside of the of EOS. They put him in the office, and they talked to us for like 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not street smart like you guys, unfortunately. You know what I mean? So I need you guys around me to teach me this. But I'm out here, and they come
You
to
don't
talk
wanna
to me.
learn it.
But you're going to know why I need to learn it. Because they come outside, and they talk to me. They're like, oh, Noah, we're going to need you to leave, all this stuff, because You guys good? We're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get him out of here. We just don't want you guys clashing again. Cool. No cops are called. As I'm walking out, Milo's there. My homeboy Isaiah, shout out Isaiah too. We're there. We're walking out. Dean comes out. Where you going? Where you going, Noah? Nigga, all right, I'm right here. What's up? All right, bet. He says, all right, bet. He walks back inside. Should have been my cue. All right, me, I'm here thinking I'm gonna get my one-on-one. 5 minutes go by, they come out again. Like, no, you gotta go. You know what I mean? Okay, bet. As I'm walking, my Isaiah's girl, she's like, Noah. I turn to my right. A dude jumps like a small. All of his friends are really small. Yeah. Jumps over my shoulder and hits me, and it falls in front of me. I look to my right. There's 15 dudes coming to jump me. Boom! I hit this dude. All of a sudden, I'm fighting, and I can see everything. I'm fighting. I'm getting hit. I'm throwing, and this giant security dude that works at EOS, like 6'4", giant dude, comes up and like headlocks me from the back, try to protect me. What the fuck are you doing? Now I can't fight. You're giant. Your biceps the size of my like body. You know what I mean? I'm like this. Now they're wearing on my face all this stuff. You know, according to Milo, you know, he was fighting Deen, and Deen was just doing what Deen does is hug people. You know what I mean? Although he's a boxer, he's not a good street fighter, unfortunately, probably because he's like 5'2". But that's no knock on any small people. I love small people. But you know, it just shows. It just shows. Like I came up to him by myself with 2 people. Instead of fighting me, he calls 15 people, and that's why I need street smarts, because I should have caught on to that.
And I got caught.
And then,
I showed up.
And then he calls JR and says, "Oh, what did he say, JR?"
Well, I got the call in the middle of the night, and he was like, "Hey, I haven't heard from him since he pulled that stunt with me. We got him to the point to where he was fighting his first match in London, and he cut me off. And this was at the time I was going bankrupt with my security company. So, you know, I did a lot for Deen, and that'll be on a different platform. But he called me and he said that he didn't mention Noah. He mentioned that he was being, somebody pulled a gun out on him at the gym. So quickly, me being JR and security for him and managing him at the same time, I didn't want nothing to happen to him, even though I haven't heard from him since he did that stunt in London. I went to London, and this kid, he didn't, you know, when you got a security agent that comes with you, or manager, first of all, I was his manager. I got demoted back to security, and then they didn't feed me out there. They didn't take care of me, treated me like shit. I was a grown man, and I was going through a lot at the time because I had just lost my company, so I needed something to hold on to. So that situation hurt it. So 3 months after that, or like a month or 2, I didn't hear from him. And I was like, you know, my dad was like, yeah, just let that go. That's messing up my mental. I deal with PTSD. So I was thinking evil thoughts about everybody in that situation. I'm the wrong person to play with, and I'm not saying I'm the toughest guy, but I'm one of the smartest people in the room. So I had what I was going to do to that situation, but I didn't want to risk everything I have built in my life. So I said, you know what, that's social media. Let it go that way. I get a call saying that he was being jumped and somebody pulled a gun out. So I answered the phone call. It was shocking. It was about 11:30, 11:45. I get to the gym about midnight, and it's Noah and them, and all of them against Noah. But I'm trying to figure out what part of my plan, but at the same time letting Noah know I'm not going to let anybody jump on you. But it was like eight or 9 of them hurling assaults at Noah, walking with him to the car, and the police is telling him to get out of here. And Noah was trying to get to his car. His brother finally came up there, Dean's brother, to get him. But I came up there to render aid to the situation, even though we had a falling out. And that's how much, and I'm going to look in the camera, that's how much love I got for you, is because I knew already where the situation was going. And as a grown man, I still came up that situation and came and made sure he got home safe, and then made sure Noah was good. And quickly after that, I reached out to Noah, contacted him about some other situations, let him know that I care for him and what we can do to fix it and what is his goals. And we here now, you know what I'm saying? And God switched that. And I'm glad that you mentioned, and this is not a negative podcast, so I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but God is the reason why I'm here right now, because the thoughts I had for that kid could have been detrimental to where I'm doing right now. And I'm glad you didn't do what you did, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't be right here. Amen. Because that story could have got you where he got stabbed. So it's a lot of trifectas in this that it's a life learned lesson. But like, again, man, you two gentlemen is on my platform. I appreciate you guys. You guys came and represented, and I want to do this again. I will be there at that fight to watch you fight. Noah, definitely. We all locked in. You guys are mentally strong, tough. You're here for a reason. God put you in this place. It's a time. And the timing is now. 24 is a special number if you guys don't know. First of all, it's a year, Kobe, for me. Like, I know blessings is coming for me, but I know that it's a special number. It's an organic number. It's a chakra number that's going to make sure that whatever you guys are standing on this year, it's going to come into fruition for your kids, for your family, for me. And all this content is for you guys. And I tell all the people all the time, this is not our content. This is our life. We documenting what we already have been through. We're just shining a light on that. So I appreciate you. Noah, what do you want to leave the kids with and your followers? Look into the camera, and what can you do to tell the kids to motivate them to get to where you at? And before that, man, I want to shout out to my engineer, man. Don't Blink Media, Elias. And I also want to shout out my other cameraman, which is Noah's cameraman, Fabian, man, he's a special dude. I don't know if you guys heard 5 minutes into the conversation, they was talking about how pretty he was. He's a good-looking dude, no homo, but at the end of the day, he knows what he's doing. Too, so we appreciate you, man. But Noah, can you look into the camera and tell the kids, I don't care about the grown-ups, the kids that you are influencing in a positive way, how you come in?
Good?
Let's go.
You know, and this is some stuff that, you know, I've dealt with, you know what I mean? And I feel like kids right now, or anybody going through stuff, new people are going to come to your life and they're going to become brothers. Whatever they do to you, even if they hurt you, don't let that change you. You know what I mean? You got to be true to yourself. And I think that's something that I've always, I struggle with, you know what I mean? You know, and all it does is, as long as you stay true to yourself, you know, God will start putting people in your life like JR, like Milo, like Fabian, like Carlos, that are all genuine people, and you'll start running with that crowd. But no matter how many people hurt you, you know, stab you in the back, do you wrong, do you dirty, you know, stay true to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you could look back at that situation and be like, you know, I was right. You know, I was in the right, and I tried my best. I tried my hardest, and I did my best to do what I know as good. You know what I mean? And that's just it. You know, I've you know, people have fucked me over and stabbed me in my back, and I'm sure all of us here have felt the same from some people, including, you know, my enemies right now as well, you know what I mean? But just don't let that change you. Don't be like, and I'm struggling. As you see right now, I'm struggling with it. Like, I want to be like, bro, fuck Deen, bro. I'm about to beat the shit out of him, but I'm still going back and forth on it. And I think this is, you know, me coming to Christ.
It's a message to the kids.
It's a message.
No F curves. No F words.
Yeah.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. You know,
He's
my
getting
bad.
zoned out.
Yeah, that's my message, man. And stay true to yourself and don't let people change you, even if they do you wrong. You know what I mean?
I like that message, man. Can you tell the people how to reach you?
Prince DK, PRINCE.DKAY on Instagram, and DKAY on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm a boxer. You know, I guess I'm an influencer, but at the end of the day, I'm just Noah. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna tell you to do this one more time. Look into that camera again and tell KSI and Mams what you want to do.
KSI, Mams, give me the chance. I will take it. I will run with it. I'll lead by example. And I'll knock Deen out. I'll knock Deen the fuck out. You need a fight? I'm that fight. I'm that personal fight. I'm that backstory that y'all want to try to fake and build with people. It's already there. Put me in front of him. That press conference will go crazy. I promise you that. That fight will go crazy. We fought multiple times on YouTube. It has millions of views. We fist fought before. Yeah. Give us the rematch. And guess what? I beat him all those times, and I didn't even train. All that was set up for me to lose. I'm training now. I got the six-pack now. Give me the chance and I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? Give me the chance, I'm going to take it. KSI, look, I've been a fan. I've been a fan of you since I was a kid. Give me the chance and I will entertain the masses. I promise you. I will entertain everybody. It will be crazy. You will have a new arc to Misfits. Boom. There you go.
Thank you, Noah, man. And
Thank you. You know you're a handsome dude.
I know that. Yeah.
You guys are handsome here. You know what I mean? I'm flattered being on here. I'm a little bit nervous. I
got my beard done. Shout out to my barber, man. But we want to ask Carlos, man. Like, you know, Carlos, man, you're such an inspiration to what you're doing. And your kids and your family and your wife, man, married for 19 years. I want you to look into that camera, man, and just tell the kids, because this is what it's about. How to get to where you at, motivate them, and how to find you.
You guys can find me on all social media platform is The Real Carlos, The Real _Carlos J. The Real is DAREAL underscore Carlos J on all platforms. And my message to the kids, like on 60 Days In, is the same thing I'm going to tell Ya, like I told Nick on the show. 2 quotes. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Being wise is better than being strong. Yes, knowledge is more important than strength. After all, you should make careful plans when choosing to fight a battle. The more advice you are given, the more likely you are to succeed.
I love that, man. I love that, man. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for just coming on my show. And we're good now, man. Appreciate it. Let's do it again, man. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a capsule.
My name is Dr. J.R. McIntyre. I'm a certified motivational speaker and a social media influencer, and I can't wait to teach you how to excel your real estate business on the LinkedIn platform. LinkedIn is actually the most underrated social media platform. In my class, Elevate Your Real Estate Success or LinkedIn Mastery, you will learn 3 key principles. Number 1, how to generate your high quality leads. Number 2, get personal branding and excellence. Number 3, strategic networking strategies. If you want to be a disruptor in the real estate industry, this class is definitely for you. I see you online and I can't wait to take your LinkedIn profile to the next level. JR out. Boom.